Welcome to News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery.
I am so glad to bring to you a program today that I was not familiar with, and it is such a positive format and mission that I wanted you to know about it. Sandra Condia and Susan McHughes are two of the people that lead this program, and they're going to tell us all about it. But basically, as I understand it, it's an anti-bullying program. It's a program to reach junior and senior high students to help them combat some of the negative things in their lives. So it's a real pleasure to have Sandra and Susan here today. Sandra, you're the executive director, and Susan, you're the team leader. And before we start talking about Be the Change, I want us to talk about you. And start off, Sandra, by telling us a little bit about you, and then when she finishes, Susan, you tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. Well, I actually started Be the Change Permian Basin, this nonprofit organization here in
So
Midland.
you originated it. You didn't steal it from somebody else.
No, we started it here. So I actually, before I started doing Be the Change, I worked at a dentist's office. I am a registered dental assistant, and I wanted to do something to help our teens and our kids. I have 2 children myself, and they're elementary age, but I just wanted them to have a good experience when they go to junior high and high school. You know, they go through a lot nowadays when they're in junior high and high school.
And so many parents don't really realize what all they're going through.
Yes.
Oh,
and
what an inspirational story that is, Sandra. My goodness. I'm impressed. And what about you, Susan?
I am, first of all, just absolutely blessed to know this person, because she's been such an inspiration for me. When she first brought the program, it was really cool. I have been in Midland for pretty much most of my life. I was born in Lamesa and pretty much raised in Midland, and have been here for a very long time. And I worked for Texas Department of Family and Protective Services for 17 years. And worked in foster care and adoption for a few years, and then I worked as the leadership coordinator, leadership development, and have done leadership training for about the last 15 years. And so after I left the agency, I kind of was looking for something to get involved in that had to do with leadership or being able to affect and improve lives, basically.
And so you weren't motivated because your own children needed this.
Well, actually, I have a 16-year-old now, and so he was, at the time when I got involved, he was just entering junior high. And junior high and high school is definitely different.
The time when you really saw that there was a great need for this.
Well, and it's just different today than it was when we were in high school. The kids, the issues that they deal with are a lot heavier, more dramatic. Everything's just there. And
the whole world is at their on top of them. So I understand that. Well, tell us, when you started this, Susan, how did you put your mission in a nutshell that you wanted to do, that you wanted this organization to accomplish, and then how did you go about the history of how you went about getting your nonprofit status and all of that?
Okay. Well, when I decided that I wanted to do this, first of all, I didn't know how to start a nonprofit, so I did seek some professional help through some lawyers and also just some mentors that I've had. Just asking a lot of questions and trying to figure out how you start a nonprofit. But I had a lot of support and guidance from my friends, my husband, and even my previous employer. And the mission of it, we decided, I actually started the nonprofit and then we came up with the mission. Once we were kind of in the mix of it, probably about 6 months in, we decided, okay, we need to figure out, focus what it is that we want to do. But
and how we're going to go about doing it.
Yes, exactly. And everything that we do, you know, just going back to, are we still on track with our mission, with what we originally wanted to do, which was help the kids and inspire those kids to be leaders. Because that's the thing, is that there's a child that could be being bullied or have a low self-esteem, and they could be going through things, but once you connect with them, you meet with them, also giving them tools to be able to know how to
combat that.
Yes, and to make a positive difference, not only in their lives, but in the lives of their peers.
And I'm sure that along the way you were seeing, as you were digging into this, you were seeing greater and greater needs in ways that you could access it, but you still had to then reach those students.
Yes.
So how'd you do that?
Yes, so the way we did that is we contacted, there's an organization in California, and it is called Challenge Day. And they will send their certified leaders to come to our high school or our junior high, and they do a 6-hour experiential program, and it's during the school day, so the kids don't have to come on a Saturday or anything, but they run the entire program. So what we do as our organization is we get them all the volunteers, all the funding, and the students for the day. And then we pay for them to come, and since they're very well equipped, they come and they do the program for us. And then once they leave, then we do the follow-up and continue the process.
How similar is this to something like Zig Ziglar's I Can program? Do you know how it matches up with that?
I'm actually not familiar with his I Can program. Now I know who Zig Ziglar is.
Well, he goes into high school. I mean, his team members. So then you two don't actually go into the schools and do the team leadership or the educational process.
We do. We just don't do the challenge day, the one-day event. The one-day event is, you know, it reminds me a little bit of like when I would go to church camp, where you go there and you, right? But really all it is a catalyst to open up the kids to the possibility that they can make a difference and that, you know, they can reach out and connect to one another.
Well, we're going to have to take a break right now, but we need to talk a little bit more about this. This is so exciting, and I see so many possibilities that this has. So keep listening. We're going to be back and continue this conversation. I love it.
Stay tuned. West Texas View will be right back.